Hey, listen to your intuition. I've got this big screen as if this is the way it works. It's this big moment, and the sun shines, and the lightning strikes. I know the lightning strikes when the sun shines, and the thunder rumbles, and you hear the big words of your intuition. Oh, tell me. Yeah, that's how I used to think about intuition. I used to think when I was just getting started in meditation and sort of going down my spiritual path, as they call it, I expected more something like this, more this big, crushing, giant, goddess-like connection with this big, like this, like right now, like this big, like I'm just like that little guy in the front, and there's this big, giant intuition, and I was going to learn what to do from the celestial body floating in the sky. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh it off. I'm laughing with you. I'm laughing with me. This is really how I used to see it more. And and please take this with a grain of salt, with your own grain of salt. This is just me, how I see it now. And it's much different than it used to be. I see it now as intuition is is within. Intuition is listening. And it might be to your own self. It might be to, sure, it might be a voice or a sign or a person or something unknown. And in fact, I think that's the beauty of it. Is it is it this clear, obvious, big giant sign, written in the marquee of the theater that tells you your message? Is that how it works? I don't know. But maybe for you, that'd be awesome because then it would be really clear, right? But I think the one reason I'm a big meditation fan, if you didn't know. And one of the main reasons I do it is because I get the messages. And why do I think that works? I think because it drowns out some of the noise of the everyday, of the phone going off and the kids and the busy of life. And that's why I've got my eye mask on, my big headphones. I'm usually doing guided meditation, and yet not necessarily listening to that guided meditation's voice or what they're saying. I kind of am, but I'm more quieting my own mind. And I know if you're new to meditation or have struggled with it, you think, I can't quiet my mind. No one can quiet his or her mind. It's like impossible unless you're a monk or dead. And I doubt we have any of those in our program. So how to listen, how to find your own intuition. I think it's a matter of listening. And listening is not always with the ears. It could be something you see, it could be something you feel, it could be from some other sense, or even a sixth sense, a feeling that you have. And by listening, I don't mean that it needs to be quiet. It doesn't need to be perfect silence for you to hear what your intuition has to say. It's also, here's some good news. I think intuition is something we can practice. I think intuition is a skill. And it's something that when we get a little sign, we hear a little something, we notice a little thing, we feel a little thing, or even smell or taste this sign, this message, then if we're aware of it, then we will learn to become more aware of it. And we can then hear and listen and feel and see and touch better. So, big guy in the sky here, like my little joke of a video. If that's how it is for you, great. But intuition is inside, I think. And it's a question of listening. And don't forget, it's a question of asking as well. What are you asking of your intuition? In my experience, I found that they, your intuition, likes really specific questions. Not just like, how can I improve my life? But a little thing, one little thing. And ask for a sign. I do believe that asking helps. Ask a direct and specific question to your intuition. And then don't expect the answer like that. Give it a day, give it a few days. But then be aware, have your eyes open for the answer. That's my thought on intuition. I hope you enjoyed it. Now you can get some popcorn out in the front. See you tomorrow.